good day, and it's so gorgeous here in Utah. I sure hope it's just as gorgeous where you are too. It is just absolutely gorgeous here. How are you guys? All right, I'm gonna link. Let's see, why am I forgetting what to do? I'm gonna comment, I'm gonna pin all of the links. So when you pop on, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. And, geez, man. Okay. The eye masks are available. So, put I in the comments if you want information on how to get them, information about them, all the good things, okay? I do have them pinned in the comments and linked in the description of the video if you need, or you can just grab it from me too. We're going to do the Cappuccino eye bundle today. But first I'm going to show you guys the eye masks. Oh, I'm so excited. They're so amazing. Hello, you guys. Okay, so when you grab these, you can either grab them one in like a one-time purchase. There's 30 pairs. I've already been through almost a whole package. I'm obsessed with them. And what you do, or you can purchase them on subscription. And get a 2-pack of them and save yourself $10 and get free shipping. If you do the subscription, you guys, you can cancel, you can skip, you can do any of that. You can cancel, skip without like a penalty or anything. Okay, so these work 2 ways. They work immediately over time. So immediately they work to depuff and to get rid of your dark circles, okay? That's why I love using them in the mornings. If you have time, throw them on in the morning. They really, like the biggest notice I see, especially like immediately, is if I use them in the mornings and then the way that they depuff. And also when you have puffy under eyes, what also happens is you get the shadow that makes it look like you have darker circles than you really do. Okay, so there's that. But it also works over time to hydrate, to tighten up your fine lines and wrinkles, to brighten, depuff, and all the good things. Okay, you can use them at night, you can use them in the morning, you can wear them overnight. There's lots of different ways, but they're amazing. Grab them. Our Love It Guarantee also applies to these also, so you don't have to, if you don't love them, you can send them back. You're not, you're never stuck with something with Unique. I love that. So anyway, so I would normally leave these on for 10-15 minutes. I've already done it this morning, but I just wanted to show you how you apply them, okay? And again, there's 30 pairs in a box, or in a set. And if you get it on subscription, I do it once a day. If you get it on subscription, you have to buy 2 sets, so it's 88. Okay? All right. So I'm going to take these off so we can do makeup. But when you take them off, your under eyes will be a little bit like, it'll almost just like you just put eye cream on. Just kind of tap it in or let it air dry. And voila. Okay? Hi, you guys. Hello. Let's do a share giveaway for this video, okay? So if you share the live, put that you shared it in the comments, and we will, I'll pick a winner to send a makeup bag full of some of my favorite products. Actually, I already have bags put together, so. And don't forget about the share giveaway that I'm also doing. Just make sure that you like all of my posts, comment on all of my posts and lives, and that's what enters you in. I would use them once a day. I guess you maybe don't have to use them that often, but I love them that much. I just think once a day is perfect. Okay. So, I'm kind of just giving it a second to let that settle in. Maybe we'll do let's do eyes. So, this is the Cappuccino palette that we're going to use. I have a couple of code words today. This is the Cappuccino palette. And it's, I can't decide if I want to use Astute or Earthly with it. But anyways, this, you guys are like, have loved. This is probably one of your favorite eye looks that I've ever done. So put cappuccino in the comments if you want the link to this. If using them in the morning, do you apply the eye cream? Okay, good question, Jessica. So you want to use it on clean, dry skin. So you're going to wash your face, cleanse your face in the morning or night. And before you do anything else, you're going to apply the eye masks. Then you're going to leave them there for 15 to 20 minutes, and then you'll go on and do the rest of it, okay? But eye masks should be the first thing that you do. And then you'll do the eye cream and all your other creams on afterwards. Hi, you guys. Hello, hello. All right, so eyes. If you have hooded eyes, you want to make sure that you put eye primer on them. And so that's what I'm going to start with is eye primer. I'm still not quite got my bearings from moving everything around. Hello from sunny South Florida. Oh, see, that is too much. You do not, your eye primer, you guys, is going to last you forever. Also, we're coming on like the last week of our the best deal that Unique ever does. And it's the foundation bundle. Basically, you buy 3, get 25% off. Buy 4 or more, and you get 30% off. And you can put color match in the comments if you want information and to be color matched for that. Keto in the comments if you're interested if you want to know how I lost 30 pounds. If you want to do it too. Cappuccino in the comments if you want the links to the eye look that we're going to do today. And eye in the comments if you want the eye masks. Okay, thank you for the stars, Margaret. Okay, so we got to let that, we got to set it. Let's see, I need the right mat. I need the right, where did all of my, that is, like I literally have no eye brushes. Okay, start with the blending brush and laid back, okay, in this palette. And I'm just going to set it. I'm going to press that color on, and it's going to set the primer, but it's also going to kind of eliminate all of the discoloration that's on my eyelids, which really helps give you an even base to start with. Helps your eye look to look better in the end. See the difference? Hopefully you can. And then, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm just pressing it in to start out with. Did you guys get your taxes done? I promised myself that on Monday, 4 days ago, that was going to be my, I was going to get my taxes done, and I haven't yet still. Okay, so laid back just to set everything. Now, I don't know if I should use Earthly or Astute. Both are going to look great, but I think I'm going to do Astute. If you get the Cappuccino palette, I'll probably auto-populate, I don't know, Astute. But if you have a preference, let me know. You can also, if I send you guys a link, like a bundle link, and it already has the colors pre-populated into it, you can actually click on the link, and before you add anything to your shopping cart, you can change the colors if you wanted, if that was something that you wanted to do. Hello from Washington. So I did a low carb diet to lose the weight. Hi, Nicole. The lip mask stuff, is the lip mask stuff still available? The lip mask was a Black Friday. It is coming to our core line, but but not yet. It was like pre-released for Black Friday and should be back soon. I just put it on auto ship. Auto ship is really the way to go with the eye masks, you guys. I kept calling them eye patches. They're not eye and every time I would say eye patches, I would think of a pirate. They're not eye patches, they're eye masks. Anyways, I really would recommend doing them on auto ship on subscription because you get $10 off and free shipping, plus you can cancel anytime. Okay, so there's Astute, which in and of itself is so pretty, just to be done. Just to be done with. Do you know what that alarm was for? Sparkle bands, my favorite I think it's the reason I bought an Apple Watch to begin with, because I wanted the sparkle bands. They're having a big sale that just started right now. The link is in the description of the video and pinned in the comments if you want to check it out. Okay. So there's Astute. And I'm going to take the deluxe brush, and I'm also going to dip back into Astute. And you'll notice the difference between the brushes. Okay, this is a denser brush. This is a fluffier brush. I'm going to take the denser brush when I want more of a color payoff. I'm going to take the fluffier brush when I want it to blend out more. So now I want Astute just to kind of give a little bit more definition in color, or have like a deeper color to help fake my crease. Okay. Then I'm going to take my finger for Joyful. You guys, this is the easiest look too, and it packs such a punch. It looks like it took you forever. And there's lots of different ways too that you can use this palette. And they all look amazing. So you could just use Astute by itself and then throw Joyful all across the lid. We're going to take Nonsensical, which is the darker one in the palette. And we're just going to define the hooded eyes a little bit better, so we're going to essentially fake a crease, fake a shadow, which makes your eyes look less hooded. The other day I had to run out and I didn't really have time to do anything with my eyes. I just threw on mascara, and I cannot believe how different, how much more hooded my eyes looked than if I were to actually just do this real quick. So if you guys are interested in this color, this palette color, put Cappuccino in the comments. I'll send you a link that also has the brushes that you can decide whether or not you want to get them with it. But the 4 brushes that I always use for all of my eye looks will literally do any eye look. It's these 4 brushes, these 3, and then the crease brush. Okay. See how that just kind of helps make it look like there's a shadow right there? And so it looks like my eyes are much less hooded than they really are. I don't know what the bundles will be yet. They don't tell us. Lange told me to. So Lisa, that's okay, girl. But what you can, there's a way to do it. I just forget how. Even if your profile is private, there's still a way to share so that it's public. But I need to figure out how to do that. Okay. Gorgeous. And then you can just take nothing else left on this brush, just the way that it is, and just kind of blend some of that color upwards. See how I kind of have the handle angled downward? Perfect. You can also get more of a color payoff if you take your setting spray and the dense brush. You could either use the deluxe brush for this, or the cream shadow brush is a great brush too. But see how that kind of gave it more pow? Okay. And it always looks weird before you have your foundation and everything else on. The other thing somebody asked about how I lost the weight. So I did a low carb diet is how I lost the weight. And then there's a drink that I drink every day. So with the low carb diet, the way that it works is it puts your body into ketosis. And when your body is in ketosis, that's really how you lose weight quickly. It burns fat, gives you good energy without like the caffeine crash energy, better focus, better sleep, and it just helps you to lose the weight faster and easier. And those drinks are what has also helped aid in my weight loss. So, along with the low carb diet. So you can put keto in the comments if you're interested about that. And then if you guys want the new eye masks that were just released, you can grab those too. Put I in the comments and I'll send you information about it. I know, I love this palette. You lost 20 pounds too. Awesome, Lisa. Okay, so primer. Mattifying primer on to help to fill in my fine lines and my pores. And the other thing that I'm noticing too with the primer, you guys, is if I have on, or if I have more discoloration in my face, like I do with the acne, if you have redness, rosacea, a primer really helps your foundation to stay on longer throughout the day too, which helps to cover up any imperfections without having to use more foundation, which is so important. I don't want to have to use more foundation everywhere just because I have a few things here that I need to cover up. So we're going to use Eyelet. Maybe if I can find it. There we go. The other thing, this is like triple priming, what I'm going to do. I'm going to triple prime. Do you ever use a mattifying primer on face and hydrating primer under eyes? I've never, I think, okay, here's, I think that's not a bad idea, Pat, but I also think the mattifying primer up underneath your eyes to fill in your fine lines is so important. So I think what you should do is do both. I have tried both in the past and I love using both. Okay, so I'm going to use the Prep and Set setting powder. It almost feels wet to the touch, very lightly all over my face as a primer. With my acne and whatnot, it's just going to help the foundation to really stay on well. But I'm just using a teeny bit. You don't want to go overboard. What about the darkness underneath your eyes? So that's where the eye masks are going to come into play, and they are going to work so well. So grab the eye masks. I think that when it comes to like skin problems, be it dark circles or whatnot, you always want to start with skincare to help combat the issue to begin with, and then cover up what's left. So in just a second, I'll show you what I do for my dark circles. Hi, Lori. Hi, you guys. And then, so we've got a little bit of we've got the mattifying primer, a little bit of the Prep and Set powder, and now some of the Prep and Set mist, both of which can be used as a primer or as a setting product, okay? Okay, really quick while that is drying, let me just throw on some brows. I have the new brow product being mailed to me, so as soon as it gets here, I'm going to share it with you guys. Hi.
Where's my big Red Bull?
There's one on my dresser.
That's yours.
I don't know where yours is. So when it comes to my brows, depending on the type of product that you're using, I like to brush them all upwards. Hi, Pat! I have kind of dry skin, but the Prep and Set works great. Oh, that's awesome. We have, if you have dry skin that you cannot take care of, sometimes moisturizer just isn't enough for people. Depending on your skin type, maybe where you live, we've got some really amazing options if you have dry skin. Like, you don't have to deal with dry skin. There are ways to get rid of it. So I would highly recommend messaging me if you have dry skin, and we can take care of it. I have products that will help so much. And you will love your makeup so much better if your skin is hydrated. One of the things, the acne sucks, but the thing that probably sucks even more than the acne itself is when the acne starts to clear up and it gets dry and crusty. The makeup looks, any makeup over it looks awful. And so it kind of reminds me of what it's like to have dry skin, and it's just terrible. So you don't have to deal with dry skin. There's ways that we can fix it. Okay. So let me just pull my hair back and we'll do should we do the spray foundation? I'll tell you the other thing too, you guys. I've been using the pressed powder the last couple of days to just hurry and get out of the house. It's lovely. It is so nice. I absolutely love it. Okay. Shake it up. Should we do this or should we do the Serum Plus? What do you guys think? We'll do the spray. And we'll do this Serum Plus tomorrow. And you can see, okay, so I always start where I need the most coverage. That's where I drop the brush down first. That's where I drop it to begin with. And you can see that I'm not just going in and I'm not rubbing around. I'm kind of like pressing and pulling. This really helps to get it inside so that it doesn't look like it's settling in your fine lines because you're really pressing it in there. But then the mattifying primer that you put on before really also helps it to look smooth, but also keeps it out of your pores so that it doesn't irritate it. Half face. I could do a half face. Okay, and now see how I haven't really done up underneath my eye? Now I will. When everything is mostly taken care of or off of the brush is when I'll go up underneath my eye. But I mean, look, I haven't even used concealer. And that's covered the acne. Half serum, half spray. Did you see my question, Patty? I don't think I did. Organza and chiffon, they're the same undertone. Chiffon is just a little bit, chiffon is darker. I don't think I saw your question, Patty. Oh, would you do eyeshadow the same way if you have, yes. Yep, the same way. Regardless of how hooded your eyes are, whether or not they're a little hooded or a lot hooded, you'd still do them the same way because it's still the same. It still gives the same illusion. Even, I mean, I would do it even more, especially if you had more hooded eyes, if you had very hooded eyes. The illusion still works on very hooded eyes, I guess is what I meant to say. Your foundation is way too light. We can fix that. Just send me a message. If the foundation's the wrong color, send me a new selfie with either the foundation swatched from here down to your neck, and then send me a selfie facing a window so I can see. Or you can take your foundation all the way to here, and then the same thing, take a picture with your neck raised just a little bit so I can see which way we need to go color-wise. I am with the dermatologist. I've already taken Accutane, Cassandra. You can't take Accutane well, I don't think they let you take Accutane when like you're in your childbearing years. But I already took Accutane when I was a child. They put me on spironolactone. Spironolactone really, but that's why my face is like the way that it is because I didn't have, I had to go back in to see him to get a new prescription of it because I'd run out. That's probably one of the reasons it got so bad. Okay, is there a color between, there's not a color between organza and chiffon. I would recommend either mixing the two together or trying eyelet. Unique absolutely needs to get a color in between those two. All right, let's do organza now. Underneath my eyes, we're going to use this as concealer. Okay, it's quick, it's fast, it's easy. I think it wears really, really, really well. And if you're older and you've got mature skin and you are like, I'm not using powder underneath my eyes. This powder is different. This powder has hyaluronic acid in it. It's very finely milled and it's talc free. And we would do just a little bit lighter of a color than your foundation to help brighten. And it covers the dark circles as well, but it does not make it worse. I know, isn't the finish so good? Even though, like, the acne, like, the finish is still pretty dang good. And then this is the powder concealer brush. You guys, this brush is so good. Powder concealer brush. And it's double-ended, so you're getting more bang for your buck. Thank you for liking and sharing. This is the dress, and the back is super cute too. I think I'm gonna wear it with this jacket because it's still kind of cold. It's supposed to be like 70s today though. Okay, so when I put it here, it does two things, here and here. It helps to set that area, plus it gives me that color difference that everybody is looking for. Okay, now let's do bronzer. I like light bronzer. And the setting, either the setting powder brush I like, or the sculpting brush. How do you not enhance the lines with the powder? Well, number one, primer. Number two, the specific kind of powder that it is just good for mature skin and dry skin because it's got that hyaluronic acid in it and it's super finely milled and it's got, and it's talc free. But I also am careful about how much I use. That's important. Not using too much. Obviously, like the new eye masks, the right moisturizer or like our eye cream is really good to make sure that you're moisturized up underneath your eyes. If your under eyes are really... Okay, so here's the thing about the under eyes, you guys. There's no oil glands up under. That's why they are like the first thing on our face to really start to show our age. So we really want to, that's why we want to, it's really important to make sure that they get outside hydration from your skincare because it doesn't come from within because there's no oil glands there. So it's really important to make sure that you hydrate them and they stay pretty hydrated because if they are, they're plumper, meaning less of a chance that powder can, or even just makeup in general, can fall into the fine lines. Plus just being hydrated helps too. So the right type of primer, making sure that they're hydrated and being very cognizant about how much product you're using. Oh, and then, hang on, I'm going to show you one more thing. The Prep and Set setting spray, setting mist. This not only is going to help your makeup to stay on longer and look better, but it's going to help everything, like all of the powders that you put on your face kind of meld together and all like meld in with the rest of the makeup. The other thing that you can do is you can take this and a beauty blender. I don't use beauty blenders super often, but what you can do is take a damp beauty blender and then also spray it a little bit with the setting spray. and then do this. This does two things. This pulls up any excess makeup, any excess product that will tend to fall into the fine lines. But it also, pressing it in like this with the setting spray, really helps to make the makeup stay and not go anywhere. Eye cream is wonderful for plumping under the eyes. So true, Lisa. And if you think the eye cream is great for that, just wait till you try the eye masks. How do you know when to stop applying makeup? If you, after, okay, so that takes just a little bit of practice to figure that out, Renee. Number one, if your foundation or your makeup is settling in your fine lines, it's too much. So use less next time. Thanks, Cheryl. And I think it's always better. I'd much rather use too little than too much. It's like salt. You can go back in with a little bit more. But if you have too little, you would know, because too much of your imperfections or your skin is showing through. I use the Prep and Set over my concealer with good results. Yes, for sure. Okay, this is Sweet Blush. And I'm just gonna right above that bronzer. With your blush and your bronzer and your highlighter, you want to keep it all behind those two imaginary lines that come from the outside of your eyes. That will make sure that you stay looking youthful and lifted, and it won't look muddy. Sometimes if you bring your bronzer in too far, it starts to look muddy, and that's why. And I like to use the same brush that I use my bronzer and blush, the same brush for both. I'm gonna turn on my Oh, okay, here we go. Highlighter. And the new fan brush. Oh my gosh, there we go. Okay, this is golden, so pretty. I'm gonna press it. I got the 3 package, super excited, yes. I'm really careful about how not to use too much. Thank you for the stars, you guys. Cappuccino. Put cappuccino in the comments if you want the information about the eyeshadow palette. Depends on what you want, Nikki. The all of the foundation and base face products right now are upwards of 30% off. So if you want information about that, like the foundation products, I also have a bundle that includes the foundation products that comes with a $30 gift card. Put color match in the comments and we'll get you color matched and get you, like, do a consult for which makeup would be best for you. Cappuccino in the comments if you want information about the eyes that we did today. Keto in the comments if you want information about how I lost the weight. And I in the comments if you want information about our new eye masks that just dropped today. They are amazing. Okay. I'm almost positive I pulled out a chunk of lashes last night. Look right there. This lash curler, you guys, is really great for curling your lashes after the mascara's on. So I'll show you that in just a second. Works really well. I'm going to throw on a little bit of, but it really curls your lashes. Like when I open my eyes, I can feel them touching my eyelids. Okay, so the 4D mascara. I also recommend grabbing our lash growth serum with this because it really helps your lashes to grow naturally. Oh yeah, see, sometimes I don't know about this, that lash curler. Oh yeah, can you see that? Oh my gosh. Okay. When your lashes are really curled too, it gets all over your lids. All right, let's try this side. I don't know about this lash curler. And I think the reason why it curls so well is because it has that clamp. So if you're somebody who just cannot get their lashes curled, this might be the lash curler for you. Oh my gosh, you see how I'm getting mascara everywhere? So true, right? Mascara and lips it's like the icing on the cake. Although, I really prefer chocolate cake with no frosting. My mom is so sweet. Whenever we have like a birthday party, she'll leave off the frosting on part of the cake for me. Okay. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Can you see how less they're so much sparser. Okay. I'm going to take, right here, Astute. Just on my under eyes. Oh, you guys, I forgot. I posted a picture in my stories yesterday. I had like pink and purple and blue eyeshadow on, but it looked good. And so many of you guys wanted to know what I was wearing. And so I thought about, I meant to, the next time I went live, do that same eye look or try to recreate it. So I'll do it next time I go live. She's so sweet. Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to do I'm going to wipe this off so that there's not much color left on it. Then I'll dip into, actually, let's just do this. Just right here. And then just a little bit right here. This is just my foundation brush, and I'm just kind of pressing it in to make sure everything like blends together. So let's do a little bit more setting spray, and then my lips. I'm gonna do, actually I like this lip color with this. This is just Haughty Lip Plumper and Patience in the lip, lip liner. And let me show you also how pretty Powerful is. It's actually kind of similar. And this is not a lip stain by any means, but it really does stay on really well throughout the day. Oh yeah, let's do white eyeliner. Thank you. That will really make it look great. Okay, white eyeliner. Pat, I get my lips filled maybe twice a year. I was watching, do any of you guys ever watch Jaclyn Hill on YouTube? I was watching her the other day, and she had to go get all of her lip filler taken out. She said that it started to migrate up into here. So when I was at the, I went and got Botox done on Tuesday. And I asked her about lip filler or just filler in general. I said, does everybody eventually, if you get lip filler, do you have to get it, what did I call it? What did she get it? What did I say she got done? She got it dissolved. I said, does everybody eventually have to get the lip filler dissolved? And she said, no. She said, as long as you're careful, as long as you don't over-inject, meaning you don't put too much in and don't do it too often. Like, don't try to go for, like, Kylie Jenner's lips your first time. You know what I mean? Immediately. You'll be okay. But it's when you do it too much, too fast, and overfill them, that's when the migration starts to happen. Or some people just have it. So some people it just happens naturally too. But she said, as long as you wait in between the amount of time that they recommend, you usually will be okay. So my reason for telling you that was that really, even though I've always been really careful about how often I go in, and I try not to I've only ever done a half a syringe at one time. I've always built it up really slowly. It like solidified the fact that I want to make sure that I don't ever want to go too fast or too much, because I've heard dissolving your lip filler is very painful, and I don't want that. I don't want to have to do that. Okay, so here we go. This is the lash curler. I want to make sure it's dry. Do you see how much more that lifted and almost just made them look longer? That didn't really do it on that side. Okay, see? That's what I really like this one for, is afterwards. So I'm not kidding you. Ever since I moved things around in here, I can't find anything. I don't know where my old lash curler is. I don't know where the other pink one is that I've been showing you guys for the last month now. I can't find anything. But the other heated lash curler is the one that I prefer to use first, and then I'm really liking to go in with this one afterwards and curl them. But don't forget to turn it off because it wastes all the batteries if you don't turn it off. Okay, so cappuccino in the comments if you want the eyes. This is the palette that we used today. Lots of different options and ways to use the palette. Keto in the comments if you're interested how I lost the weight. Color match if you want the base face bundle or any one of my bundles that come with foundation that come with a $30 gift card. And eyes in the comments if you want the eye mask. That is gonna change your under eye game in so many more ways. You're gonna die. I'm so excited for you guys to try them. So excited. Especially because I know so many of you guys struggle with the under eyes. So I'm super excited. Okay. All right, guys. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.